started with a pitch invader. Mark Noble made his feelings absolutely clear that he didn't think that this guy should be on the pitch, and certainly we echo those sentiments. The goals continued to be scored, and the protesters continued to make their feelings clear. This was them making it clear that they weren't happy with the board. They surrounded the directors in the directors box. Another man then came onto the pitch. This time he was carrying a corner flag. Strangely tried to stick the corner flag into the centre circle. James Collins confronting him, and again it boiled over. Tensions were rife. It got to the point where David Gold and David Sullivan just walked out of the directors box, leaving poor old Sir Trevor Booking, a friend of the show, sitting on his own. And you can look at the expression on his face there. It really was a horrible, horrible day at West Ham, and we're now going to hear from West Ham fan Baz Cox and also get the post-match thoughts of David Moyes, and then we're going to talk about this.
Have a look at this. Sold a dream, delivered a nightmare. West Ham United 0, Burnley 3. It has gone mental in here today, and there is 3 people responsible for what's happening at this football club. 2 of the chairman and Karen Brady. This place is disgusting. They have split the fan base massively. Today we had fans running on the pitch. We had players taking fans down on the pitch. It's got that horrible and hostile.
I think you, as a supporter, you can't cross the line as a supporter. You know what it is. You can't come on the pitch, and the players know that they have to perform on the pitch. Well, what we need the club to do now, the supporters and the players and everybody, is pull together. Is actually to be, when I took over, we were in the bottom 3. We're not in the bottom 3. Can we make improvements? Can we play better? Can we do things much better? Of course we can. So none of us are daft that way. But to do it, it would really help for everybody to pull in the one direction, because we've got 8 games left to do so. I think we're more than capable of doing it. We're going to have to prove it.
He looks haunted, doesn't he? These were the post-match thoughts of Mark Noble. He said people have to realise we are footballers, we are targets, but we have to protect ourselves. There were a number of fans on the pitch, in all honesty. A lot of them were running towards the chairman, but if someone approaches me personally, I'm going to protect myself, and we saw that today from Mark Noble. Here's another message. This is from Nick Davison. He's just a fan, and he says Burnley subs giving up their seats to protect young fans. All this aggravation, pitch invasions and unpleasantness, all on the 25th anniversary of Bobby Moore's death. Disgraceful. So he's absolutely clear what he thinks. Jim Munro is a West Ham fan as well. He's also a journalist, and he says, in 5 decades of living and breathing West Ham United, I've never known a more toxic time for my club and never felt such desperation about its future. And I've witnessed a lot, including 5 relegations, and probably the most apt word in the whole of there is toxic. That's exactly what it was, wasn't it, Glenn?
Yeah, we were all shocked. That's something you just don't want to see anywhere in the world on any football stadium, and you can understand the players having to protect themselves, but fans can't do that. They can't go over that line, as David Moore said. They're there to give you support. You can tell the frustration. If there's frustrations there, take it out verbally. You don't physically go onto a football pitch. And these guys, you would imagine, would be banned instantly for life from any football ground, not just West Ham Football Club, from any ground in the world.
Where does this go though? Because they're not happy with the stadium, they're not happy with the style of football, they're not happy with the recent signings, they're not happy with the owners, they're not happy with the league position. That is a lot of things that this club have got to sort out.
Yeah, but they would be happy to stay in the Premier League next season. That is the most important thing. So this isn't the time for the fans to lose their heads. If they want to protest after the last game when Premiership survival.
But isn't it too late? But I'm not saying fans should go onto the pitch, but
you use the word toxic. Things aren't going to get any better because of this. All it's done is it's piled the pressure now on West Ham. Their next game is at home to Southampton, I think. And how big a game is that? And they will go into that now. All this uncertainty cannot be good for West Ham. I thought West Ham were safe not so long back. Now, after seeing the scenes today, they are in big trouble.
Yeah. I think also West Ham's always been a good club all around the world. With what the 3 guys did in the '66 World Cup, even back to it's always been a good family club. These pictures will go all around the world. West Ham Football Club will be all around the world tonight, but for a very, very, very negative. They're not going to report the match. It'll be for a very negative thing, and that's hurt the club. They've hurt the club, not just the players and today's result, but they've really hurt the club in a big, big way.
When I asked you in the previous programme who you think is going to get relegated, you said West Ham.
West Ham,
partly
because I
of
think this is a major impact for everybody, and of course the most important one are the players, and I think this is a major impact for the mental stability of the players, and you know they are doubtful now, and of course they didn't have maybe that confidence already, but this is it's a big blow up for them, that's for sure.
Something has to change there, though, doesn't it? This is unforgivable behaviour, but it's also a demonstration of how unhappy a vast majority of West Ham fans are feeling.
You're right, something does have to change, but I think David Moore's made a good point. They were in the bottom three when he arrived. They're not in the bottom three at the moment. They've had a few bad results, but you know this isn't going to help this sort of attitude from the supporters. You know they have to get on with it. But what's going to get worse is if they lose to Southampton. I mean, we're going to see these scenes again and again. It's not going to get better.